because essentially what you're training yourself to do is to express no by anything less than yes. In other words, if the challenge doesn't go over the top, it's a no. If you get a blip, it's a yes. Now, in the beginning part, where we're just teaching ourselves how to physically handle the machine, you're not measuring anything, you're just manipulating the whole thing. And you're just doing exercises. Later on, when we go into the real testing, then you will be stepping back, and you will let the machine and you will let the system dictate what kind of response you get. So if I'm testing to see which of these medicines the person needs, I'm using the machine and I'm going from one medicine to the next, and we'll say our patient is connected by a hand electrode at this point. So you're saying, you're putting in your challenge, and you're saying, is it this one? Is it this? Is it this? And maybe on the fourth we'll get a positive. And what you feel when you come to a medicine that is resonant with your patient, it feels as if the sensor softens. Your finger sinks into it and you get a blip. Now it's an unusual situation. It's unmistakable once you feel it. And it is very like in kinesiology, where the kinesiologist is pressing on a muscle and he is introducing various substances, and suddenly some substance that's introduced softens the muscle and the muscle sinks under the same pressure. What we are doing here is we're putting in a standardised pressure, a standardised challenge, but the holding situation is the challenge. So when I'm testing here during the day, I am mostly I'm in that challenge mode. Now the challenge mode is essentially where you're holding the indicator right up at the top of the scale, so that the slightest extra pressure on the sensor or any change will bring it over and produce a blip. It's like walking along the top of a cliff, so close to the top of the cliff all the time that a breeze, a slight puff of wind can push you over. It's that kind of subtle influence that you're picking up here. Now essentially what you are picking up is the resonance reflex. It's the resonance reflex you will see in the water diviner who walks across a field and suddenly finds the source of water and the rod is pulled downwards as if by a force. I have experienced that. It feels like an external force that suddenly grabs the rod and pulls it down. When you're doing this kind of testing, it's very similar. You're moving along, you're putting in your standardized pressure, and you come to a medicine that is resonant with the person and you get a blip. Unmistakable. Now on your machine you have the sensor pad here. Usually if you use the middle finger to press on this,